welcome. So today we are going to be having another Bible study. I have my Bible with me, and it's about the story of a Samaritan woman. Her name was never mentioned, but I believe her story is one of the most impacting ones that was ever shared, right? So anyhow, before we start, Father, thank you for the grace to speak about you, to tell the world about you today. Lord, I ask that you speak to your children, speak to us, Lord, not my voice but your voice, not my message but your message. Let your will be done in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Okay, so that's chapter 4. So, can you hear my daughter, guys? Okay, so that's chapter 4. Okay, so let me come close. Can you guys see me? I hope so. Okay, so let me relax. Therefore the Lord knew that the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John. Though Jesus himself did not baptize but his disciples. He left Judea and departed again to Galilee. Are you guys there? So he came to the city of Samaria which is called Sychar, near the plot of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Now Jacob's well was there. Jesus, therefore, being wearied from his journey, sat thus by the well. It was about the 6th hour. A woman of Samaria came to draw water. Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." For his disciples had gone away into the city to buy food. Verse 9. Then the woman of Samaria said to him, "How is it that you, being a Jew, ask a drink from me, a Samaritan woman?" For the Jews have no dealings with Samaritans. Verse 10. Jesus answered and said to her, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is who says to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him and he would have given you living water." The woman said to him, "Sir, you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. Where then do you get that living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us this well and drank from it himself, as well as his sons and his livestock?" And Jesus answered and said to her, "Whoever drinks of this water will thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water which I will give him will never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life." Verse 16, the woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water that I may not thirst nor come here to draw." Jesus said to her, "Go and call your husband and come here." Verse 17, she replied, "I have no husband." Jesus said to her, "You have well said, 'I have no husband,' for you have had 5 husbands, and the one who you are now with is not your husband. In that you spoke truly." The woman said to him, "Sir, I perceive that you are a prophet." Verse 20, "Our fathers worshipped on the mountain, and you Jews said that in Jerusalem is the place where we ought to worship." Jesus answered her and said to her, "Woman, believe me, the hour is coming when you will neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem worship the Father. You worship what you do not know. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour is coming." Guys, sorry, I'm just trying to read this. "But the hour is coming now is when the true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father is seeking such to worship him. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth." Verse 25, the woman said to him, "I know that the Messiah is coming, who is called Christ. When he comes, he will tell us all things." Verse 26, Jesus said to her, "I who speak to you, I am he." And at this point, his disciples came, and they were marveled that he was with a woman. Yet no one said, "What do you seek?" or "Why are you talking with her?" The woman then left her water pot, went her way into the city, and said to the men, "Come and see a man who told me all things that I ever did. Could this be the Christ?" So this is where we're going to stop. So a lot of this I mean, this is a very popular passage, right? And there's been so many revelations, Rema, that has come out from this passage. But I'm going to try to tackle it from another angle, and the angle that God has given me to share today. Um, the Samaritan woman went and told the people in the village. She wasn't a old convert. She wasn't someone that had it all figured out. She wasn't someone that shared or has been in the church or has been a member of the Jewish community or any of those things. She just heard what Jesus had said. And let me even tell you, she didn't really, I wouldn't say that she really understood what Jesus was saying, but all that she could connect with, the level she could connect with was, Jesus has told me something that it's no, but like something that he's not supposed to know. So he must be called. And Jesus was, in fact, that was one of the few times that Jesus actually said straightforward that I am the Messiah. Because she was like, well, expecting the Messiah when he comes to tell us all things. That's the Christ. And she was like, and Jesus Christ was like, I am he. And she took God at his word and went into the city and testified and shared. So this is the point I'm going to tackle this from. I mean, there's so many other things in this. I will try to share in the coming weeks, but let me tackle the part from. Let's talk about how she went into the city, went into her village, went into her community, and shared what she had received. How many times do you sit down with your friends and they are telling you about their challenges, and you don't want to tell them, or you are shy to tell them, have you prayed? Have you spoken to God about the situation? Have you read the word? Have you communicated to God? How many times are you sharing? How many times? Because a lot of times, we get shy. We don't want to sound like, let me speak for myself. In the past, if I'm not with a fellow sister or like a Christian, a really, really devoted Christian sister or brother, I am not really going to be inclined to, start saying, calling God's name. When you come to know your issues, I will just listen to you and I'll be like, oh, don't worry, God can do it. Yes, that's true. That's also testifying. But have you really shared God? Have you really gone deep? Oh God, let me say this. Have you really gone deep? To tell your friend, to tell your neighbor, to tell your husband, to tell your wife that this thing you're doing, God can even help you to do it better. Or if someone is facing a challenge, this challenge you're facing, have you surrendered all to God? Or even when everything is good, like even when you feel like, have you testified to even someone that doesn't seem to have any problem, or there's no one who has a problem, but even someone that doesn't have you testified that God is real, that God loves you, that God died for you, Jesus died for you, Jesus died to set you free, Jesus wants to give you eternal life. Eternal life is a free gift of God. How many times do we keep silent, like close our mouth, instead of sharing the truth that we have received from our Father, the truth that we have received through Jesus Christ? How many times do we just go silent because we don't want to sound, or we are just like, oh, it's none of my business, or I want to mind my business, or if I come out here or even on social media, I look like one, We all have a duty. If you look at chapter 1, you will see that Peter, the head of the church, was called by Andrew. Okay, so we all have a duty to share God. We all have a duty to share God. We all have a duty to share this message of the gospel. We all have a duty. If you look at it, most of the apostles were called by their friends or their family members. Like, we all have a duty. Your brother needs Christ. Your sister needs Christ. Your cousin needs Christ. Your friends need Christ. We all have a duty to share this special gospel which we have received. Really, you have received, so you give what you have received. This Samaritan woman was not perfect. She had issues, and it's important to note, because a lot of times I see people come out on social media and you see someone, maybe a lady, put a picture about Jesus Christ, and she starts getting castrated and judged by another person. That, oh, I know what you do. Oh, you are, it's not you. Your ways are not pure. I'm not going to mention names, but we have seen all these things, and people are judging. And see, the Samaritan woman was not perfect. it's important to note that the Samaritan woman was not perfect. She was not a perfect woman. She was a woman with flaws. She was a woman living in sin. She was a woman that the world would consider, oh, imagine in the modern day, someone like the Samaritan woman comes and shares the word. You'd be like, it's not that one that we know that is even living with a man. She's not even married to him. It's not that one we know, she's a baby mama. You just judge. But this woman was not perfect, so she went and shared the gospel, even though she wasn't perfect. She received it at her level, and because God was trying to, tell her something deeper. But she could only assimilate it to a certain level. She could only take it in the dose. Her mind could only accept a certain part of the word, and that was enough for her. She ran with what she could run with, and in my own life, I look at myself as an example and I say, God, sometimes when I feel like God is putting in my heart to tell someone about Him or to come out and share Him or to, send a message, not every time my beautiful say, yeah, I'm beautiful. Don't even say anything, I'm beautiful in Christ Jesus, so don't say. Okay, so anyhow, how many times, and sometimes, I don't want to come out and talk about God. It's not like I'm not feeling God. It's not that I'm not loving Him in my own private life. It's not that I'm not trying to, share Him. It's just that I just feel like I'll be judged. I'll be judged because my life is not perfect. I'll be judged because I'm not a perfect person. And I've had situations where people will come out and tell me, you're not perfect. You're flawed. After all, you come out and say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Later you say Jesus. Yes, I'm not perfect. I was not meant to be perfect. The Samaritan woman was not perfect, but she shared the word of God to her village, to her community, and many people came to believe just by her testimony. So don't come to God perfect. Don't go out and share. You don't need to be perfect to share the good news. You don't need to be perfect to tell somebody about Jesus. You don't need to be perfect. Your life does not have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out to come and tell somebody about Jesus. So I'm challenging you and I'm challenging myself today. Make it a point of duty to share with somebody as much as you can, whether it's daily. You will know when the opportunity will come when someone will come to you or you will be passing, you will have the opportunity. And usually, people that take your word for it are people that you know. And sometimes the Holy Spirit will convict you to go and talk to even people that you don't know, even strangers. This thing, this gospel thing they're talking about, it's not just it's not religion. It is life. It is the true life that we're meant to be living. And don't you want other people to come into this real good life that you are living? Don't you want other people to have a savior like you have a savior? And this is even for me. I am not coming out and saying that I've even shared God enough. But this passage made me understand that, Johnny, you don't have to be perfect to share Jesus. You don't have to have it figured out. The message is Jesus. The message that we're meant to share is Jesus. It's not about you being knowledgeable, because sometimes I'll be like, I'm not a pastor. I don't know, what am I going to tell them? But the truth of the matter is, share your own testimony. Share what God has done for you. Testify of His faithfulness. Testify of His goodness. Anytime God does something good for you, anytime He saves you, anytime He delivers you, anytime He helps you, and He does it more times than we can count. Tell somebody. Testify. Yes. Be involved in the business of Jesus Christ. Be involved in the business of your Father in heaven. Be involved. This is what Jesus Christ is saying. And if you read further down, if you go down, you will see that in 7 is no. Let's go down. Jesus said to them, my food is to do the will of Him who sent me. You have enjoyed God. You have enjoyed Jesus. Jesus Christ is good to you. Right? Now, what do you give back? What do you give back to this God that has been good to you? It's to be concerned with what is concerned with. Like, as a good child of my parents, I will be concerned with what they are concerned with. What bothers them will bother me. So as a good child of God, you will be concerned with what God is concerned with. What is on God's mind is what that is what you should aspire to have in your mind. The goal of the kingdom is what should become your personal goal. It should become your own personal goal. Yeah, so, and then he said, do not say there are still 4 months, then comes the harvest. Behold, I say to you, lift up your eyes and look at the fields, for they are already white for harvest. And he who reaps receives wages, and he who gathers for eternal life, that both he who sows and he who reaps may rejoice together. So the harvest is right. There are people that need to know about Jesus Christ. There are people that need to reconnect with Jesus Christ. There are some people that they are hanging around you. You know that they were once connected, but now it's a bit dull. It's not from a place of judgment. You pray for them. You pray for them. You just keep testifying of how God has been so good to you. You'll be so surprised that your testimony in the day of their own adversary, they would use that your testimony as a point of contact for their children. I remember Janet said that when she was going through labor, God was there for her. It took her just a very short time, like 30, 45 minutes to push out her baby. I came through that in Jesus' name. That's my portion in Jesus' name. So your testimony is important to your neighbor. It's important to your friends. It's important to your family. It's important to the strangers out there. Go out and share what God has done for you. You can start at that point. You don't need to be a theologist. You don't need to have it all figured out. Start from whatever point you can start from and share Jesus today and every day as much as you can, because you are concerned with what your Father is concerned with. A lot of times when I see people hanging out in the park, I see people hanging out in pamphlets, and I used to be like, this one is another agenda again. I don't know if you're back to that situation, but I used to, that's what I used to say. But of recent, God has brought me to understand, and this same story of the Samaritan woman, He made me understand that is what I want. It's not just an agenda of a church. This is what God wants. God wants His message to spread all over. That is His great commission. That is what all of us are expected to do. He wants us to share the word. You don't have to. It's not cool. A lot of people would make their faces at you, but it's okay. It's okay. You will have your reward. God will reward you for coming out to testify. You don't have to be cool in the world and the cool. Don't you rather just be who God has told you to be? Won't you rather just fulfill the purpose that God has planted for you? Once you share God is not a God of confusion. Like once you're sharing Him, He's aware of what you're doing. He's aware of the persecution you might face. He's aware that people might judge you. He's aware that people might say, or whatever. He's aware, and He will definitely reward you, for your service. I hope this helps somebody. Yeah, I think I've passed the first message I need to pass across today. I hope this touches as many hearts as possible. And I wish you guys a lovely, lovely day. Bye.